everybody. We are here to have some more fun. Every time I bring Marco on, we always have fun, don't we?
Absolutely. It's always a riot.
I know. It's always fun. So, so today we're going to do something special. As you saw in the intro, we're doing numerology and tarot. So basically, Marco and I were talking, and we were like, how about we actually teach people how to get their life path number and then show them what this year actually means.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show people how to do that.
Right
and
on.
then we're going to go through all the life path numbers, and we're going to show people how to calculate per year what the year is going to bring them. And you are going to throw some cards out that's going to kind of talk about like what's coming from them, you know, from a spiritual perspective. Okay.
Well, maybe some challenges that they might be facing, and we're gonna get right to the nitty gritty of things.
So I'm liking your background, and it looks like everything's kind of cool and bright. You must have gotten like a new ring light or something.
I sure did. I said, I got to step up this game. If I'm going to be working with Michelle, I got to step up my game.
All right.
My magical rock and roll library behind me. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Well, let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of teach people how to do this first. Okay. So basically what we're going to do here is you're going to take the actual year that you were born, the month you were born, and the day you were born, and you're going to add it up. So I'm going to do mine first, and then I'll do yours, and then I'll show them how to actually calculate for the year what to do. So I was born 08 plus 05 plus 1966. When you add all those numbers up, equals 35. So then what you're going to do, that number came up to 35. And so we take 35 and we go through plus 5 equals 8. Okay. So my life path number is 8. To calculate information about your year, what we're going to do is we're going to go 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. Okay. So now to calculate the year as a whole, we can look at this year as a whole. And if you look at 8 just in general for everybody, this whole year collectively is about, really kind of coming to self. Okay. It's like regaining our power back. And if you look at astrology and all the things that are happening and Pluto in Aquarius, that's kind of what it's about, So numerology is very similar to astrology. When we're talking about this year, it's going to be about like, kind of retaking our power back as a collective, as a whole, as a world. So we're going to see a lot of fighting, to get to this place to kind of regain that power. Okay. So we see a lot of people kind of like standing for the rights, and you probably already started to see some of this stuff, where people are like, this is what's going on in the world. We need to kind of step up and do something about it. So what you're going to do is, as a collective, that's what you're going to see. Now, for me, my life path number is an 8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 8 plus 8. Okay, so I'm going to do 8 plus 8 equals 16. And then the next thing I'm going to do after that is I'm going to take the 1 plus 6 equals 7. Okay, so for me this year is going to be about a 7. So what we're going to do now, so you guys kind of know exactly what this means for you over every single life path number. So get out your pencils, figure out what your life path number is, figure out what this number means for the year, and put in the comments what yours is. And I'll also put in some time slots for everybody, so okay. So here we go. Okay, so we're going to start with the life path number 1. And remember, with life path number 1, what you're going to do is you're taking 2024, which is an 8, and you're going to add the 1 and the 8 together, which gives you a 9. So for this year, this is what this means. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, and Marco is going to draw some cards. He's going to throw out some information about you guys, life path number ones, and what your year is going to look like. Okay, so let's start with that. Okay, so over the past few years, you've been no stranger to life's ups and downs. You've been there, done that, and this year you can effortlessly synthesize large quantities of stimuli, connecting the dots to form a cohesive whole. And your mission here is to reach your highest stage of consciousness and to help others also achieve this spiritual awareness. This is your year for transformation. So this is your year. This is your year for transformation. So stay anchored, learn to balance the abstract and the tangible, ultimately finding its place in an introspective of fantasy and reality. So, just kind of make sure that you are kind of making that combination, because a lot of times with people that get really, really spiritual, they get really, really locked into the fantasy. So just make sure that you're keeping that balance. Okay. So, but this is your year. I mean, you're going to be elevating consciousness. So why don't you go ahead and you throw out a card for these life path number ones that are a 9 for the year.
Okay. Life path number 1, like you said, you're going to be elevating your consciousness, but as you elevate, some people may not get it because you have the 7 of Wands. And 7 of Wands is a character that is defending his position. He's on the high ground, but he has something to impart. He has a mission to accomplish. And sometimes when you go out into the world, you might meet a little resistance, but you have the high ground here because you're elevating not only yourself, but those around you. Then you have the Princess of Pentacles. That means that all that hard work that you're going to be doing is going to become very fruitful and you will manifest it out. And then at the end, you have the 3 of Cups, which to me is that's the party card, girl. That's the party where you reap the rewards of all your hard work, and it's a reason to celebrate. It's the celebration card. It's the party card, the way I interpret it.
I like it. So yeah. This is really good. It's like raising your consciousness, living life up to its fullest, having fun, enjoying. Mm-hmm. But just understand, not everybody is going to be at the same level as you are, right? So that's what you're saying, right?
Absolutely. And two, it's just like, in order for anything to grow, you need resistance. That's how you become stronger in the spirit, stronger in your life, whatever it is. But resistance is necessary because then that's how you grow. Because then, none of us are skating through life without a little resistance, be nice, but that's not the reality of things. So yeah. I think it's really good. Yeah, you're going to have to fight a little bit for what you believe in, but in the end, it's going to be worth it.
All right. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
Okay. Shuffle.
Okay, we have life path number 2 for 2024. Now, remember, you take the 2 and 2024 is an 8, so we're going to add 2 and 8 together. You get 10. So you are a 1. All right. So let's look at what that is.
Okay.
Okay, you guys. So just as Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, is about action and initiation, 1 is linked to forward motion in numerology. It symbolizes a pioneering spirit, independent nature, and leadership capabilities. So in 2024, this gives you the balls. Like you may get a little bossy, a little boastful, and that stemmed, from a little bit of insecurities. But just remember, tone it down a little bit, okay? Because you're going to feel that energy of like feeling like almost like that Aries energy, okay? And you're going to feel it. And so don't let that, take you down a road that you don't want to. It can quickly lead to loneliness. So remember, this is your year, and it's important to support friends, families, lovers, and don't get too far into the ego. And this is your year are doing your very best. So, there's a lot of pluses to this. Okay. So, if you're not a fire sign, this year is going to feel a little weird for you. If you are a fire sign, it's just going to get you moving anymore. Fire signs tend to be movement based. They take a lot of action and everything. So you're going to feel that energy kind of coming to you. You're going to feel it kind of motivating you to move forward. Okay. To take action, to do stuff. But like I said, don't get too bossy and boastful. Okay. And remember, your friends and family are the ones that are there to support you, and don't let you get out of control. All right. So what kind of cards do you have for this? What do you got?
Okay. Well, Mr. Bossy.
Yeah.
One thing about an Aries, I know you guys are willing to go, but don't go through the wall when there's a door right next to you. You could have opened it up. Like she was saying, we can't do it on our own. You might, if you just go, and you don't care about anything, or you're just so mono-focused on what you're trying to accomplish this year, yeah, you might wind up alone. The first card I have is the Three of Pentacles, and that is collaboration at its best. What I want to build, I need others to help me accomplish that. And you see them building something something very beautiful together. It's collaboration. And the next card I have is a High Priestess, which is a very beautiful card, and that is ruled by the moon. It's intuition. So we have to, instead of just charging ahead, we have to be silent and listen to our inner voice. That is the true guide. It will lead you, your higher self, or however you want to call it. It's going to lead you in the direction that you want to go. But you're going to need others to go along with you to help you accomplish what you've got. Then you got the King of Wands, baby, and once he sets his goals, once he sets his sights on something, there's nothing going to stop him. And then that is Aries energy here, but it's a heightened Aries. He's using not only his intellect and his intuition. Now he can take all these disparate things and make a plan and move forward with confidence, knowing that he gets done. And also charisma, baby. He is the most charismatic of all the kings. He just walks into a room and he'll charm everybody. So again, it's just using these wonderful attributes that you have of fiery nature, and just, knowing that lone wolves don't do well. So that's my message here. Okay.
I find it really interesting how these numbers are accurately lining up with the tarot, don't you?
Oh yeah. It's really awesome.
I mean, it's really interesting. It's like, I'm just sitting here going, wow. Like, you're literally picking up on the same thing that the numbers are saying. I love numerology. I love astrology. I love tarot. I love how accurate it can be. It's just so amazing.
Yeah, it's true. Plus you and I are connected to, we just don't do this on the match. It's, we're connected to something higher than ourselves that are helping us impart this wisdom to everybody that's listening. And I think that's very important. And what I love about tarot is astrology is in tarot, numerology is in tarot, Kabbalah is in tarot. Everything you could possibly want to find is in these decks of cards. So,
yeah. Wonderful. So, all right, let's move on.
Okay, let's go. Okay,
so we're going with life path number 3. Now you're going to take your 3 and you add 8, and so 8, 9, 10, 11. So you 11 you add the 1 and the 1, which is 2. Okay. Now in a different show that we're going to do, we'll get into double numbers like 11s, 22s, 33, all that kind of stuff. But we don't have time for that today because we have a lot to go through. So we'll get into that in a different one. But if your number adds up to a 2, okay, so let's do that. This is your year for sensitivity, balance, and harmony. You may find yourself in the role of a mediator, creating harmony or bringing people together through compassion, empathy, kindness. You will find that your intuition will be higher and in tune with subtle energy shifts. This ability to feel this shift is going to make you feel more sensitive, and you need to avoid conflict. And you may even feel a little underappreciated, but just remember these extra sensitivities. This is a gift, not a curse. Just avoid external validation, and instead realize that that perfect equilibrium is needed already is already inside of you. Okay. So this is actually probably one of my favorite ones right here, because this is like the creation of an empath. It's like your year to really become empathic and understand what that means. So what do you got for these newly rising 2024 empaths?
Wow. Okay. Well, these empaths, so I have the Prince of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. And Prince of Cups is Scorpio energy. That's perception. I mean, there is nobody more perceptive than a Scorpio. Let me tell you.
Not more on track for that to happen. Oh my God.
So yes, it is. It is using your intuition. It's a gift. Listen to that inner voice of yours. But then I have the King of Pentacles. We call him the sugar daddy. It's a Capricorn energy. So you got all this intuition here, but the King of Pentacles is asking you to let's do practical things with it. How are you practically using this? If you have a gift, share it. Gosh, like what we're doing right here. We have this gift and we're sharing it. It's a practical thing. So you take something that's from the heart and you materialize it into something that you can give or share or profit from. There's nothing wrong with profiting from your gifts. So Capricorn, baby, he's all about getting it done. He's focusing on making it a reality. And that's something that I invite you to really do. And then you have the Nine of Wands here. Nine of Wands in typical decks, and that's Leo represented here too. So for all you Leos, listen to this. But for your path right now, once you take these emotions and feelings and make them practical and tangible, you're guaranteed to be. I mean, you're going to hit the finish line. Because you have the Nine of Wands here, and the Nine of Wands has been through a journey, and his destination is right behind him. He just needs to keep on going. And the thing here is like, don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt what you're feeling. And if you're trying to make something of it, or like, you want to practically use your gifts to benefit others, keep on going. Do not quit, because the finish line is right there. And I do seeing by August or July, August, around Leo time, this is going to manifest big time in your life. Because I'm seeing Leo right here. Here, there's a big old, sorry, I keep on doing that. There's a lion right there. So, all right, that's what I got, a message for that.
All right. So I want to kind of get some clarity on that.
Sure.
So the numerology saying these people are like going to really like tune into the sensitivity and harmony and empathic ability. But you're saying that this is, are you saying, because it sounded like there was a lot of fire in what you said, and it sounded like there was a lot of water in what I was saying. So I want to kind of make sure that we're clear on what I understood.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is that, yes, we had the first, again, Scorpio is a mixture of fire and water. It's Mars energy with the element of water. And then you have the practicality of the King of Pentacles. So here's the gift that you have. It's a gift that you have. Why not, I'm getting this thing. Why not make a business out of it? Why not make it something that you can share it with others? Make a blog, make a vlog, make a web page. Try to help people as much as you can. It's not just for you. It's for you to give. That's the practicality, and there's nobody more generous than the King of Pentacles.
Well, don't you think that a gift anyway has been given to you so that you can give?
Absolutely. That's what God, it's not just for you. It's for God bestows gifts so that you may free others or give freely to others. And then with the 9 of Wands, that's great. That's like, hey, you pursue this stuff, and then you're going to start seeing some real results in your life. And
Mm.
I'm sticking with it by July, August in
Okay.
Leo season.
All right. I'm excited for these people. So not only are they really becoming more empathic, but they have the ability to be able to actually make a business out of this.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So think about that, you guys. What can you do with this new ability that's coming in your life this year? Okay, let's move on to the next one. Life path number 4. Okay, so your life path number 4, remember, you're going to take the 4, add the 8, and 4 plus 8 equals 12, and you get a 3. Okay. So this year is about communication, joining forces. It's going to be about finding ways to create. You're going to feel highly gifted in expression, seemingly sharing innovative and pioneering concepts through art, writing, and orientation. Your work will inspire you. It'll motivate you. It's going to uplift others, and you're going to find great joy in making others smile. Do not avoid or withdraw. Instead, find peace by practicing peaceful mindfulness, such as an active imagination. It's important to find moments of quiet to reset and restore and recharge. Okay, so here's the thing. You're going to feel so creative, and you're going to feel very innovative. And I remember, when I was going through, like when I was initiated into air, and I was going through the alchemy of air, I felt so much like this, like what it's talking about. I mean, I was like painting and drawing, refinishing furniture and all this other stuff, and I think I kind of like I got to a point where I was like, withdrawing a little bit because I was so into
In the clouds. Yeah.
yeah, I was exactly. And I had such an active imagination, and that, I did need to take those times to reset and restore. So you guys, if you are a life path number 4, the number for you is 3. That number this year is going to represent a lot of inspirations and, feeling motivated to do creative things. And just remember that sometimes you can overwork yourself and you can burn yourself out. So just reset, restore. Remember, reset, restore. So what do you got for these number 3s?
Yes, restore. All right. I have 2 princesses. I have the Princess of Pentacles. Yeah, spa day, girl. You treat yourself, reward yourself. That's what I call going to the spa, getting a mani-pedi. Because the Princess of Pentacles, she really takes care of herself. And it's important, yes, because then I have the Princess of Swords here too. And that's also really pay attention to how we think of ourselves, or when you're getting these moments of inspiration, listen to how you speak about yourself. It's important to be loving and kind to yourself when you recharge and when you meditate. Be really loving to yourself. And then, because I have the World card here, and that's an amazing card. This is your year that through your introspection, through your loving yourself and being, with speaking kindly to yourself, you can manifest anything you want. You have the World here, and the World is all about reaching the goal and then starting anew. So some of you will be ending things and beginning new things. The World is endings and beginnings. It's all happening all at once, but it's like, you'll be surprised once you truly start really taking care of yourself. Like she was saying, it's all about, kind of pampering yourself and really just loving yourself. Love this body that you have, and speak kindly to yourself. And you'd be surprised what you're going to accomplish. I do see that you will be ending a cycle and beginning a brand new cycle. So it's good.
Mhm.
Very good. Nothing
I
very
think
positive.
just allow these thoughts and this stuff to kind of like manifest and
Mm-hmm.
and take some action on this.
Mm-hmm.
This, if you're feeling inspired, act on it. If you want to
Absolutely.
create a program or you want to
Mm-hmm.
create something, you want to do something artistic or you want to start a business, this is your year to do these things.
Absolutely. And the Princess of Swords is very clever, and she has a plan. All swords have plans.
Yeah, so just remember,
Yeah.
that a lot of times when we feel inspired, we tend to kind of like overwork. So give yourself a little time. I am a workaholic. So I know this. I'm always been somebody said to me one day that I needed to do some self-love, self-care. And I was just like, what does that look like? I do love myself. I don't have a problem with that because, I am a Leo, but I mean,
Yeah.
no issues in that area. But, like, what does that look like? Like go take a bath, go to the spa, get your nails done. I was like questioning that, like, what does that look like for me?
Mhm.
And I had to like really reflect on it because it's different for everybody else.
Mhm.
For me, it's about working in my garden, doing, my jewelry, things like that. For me,
That bring you joy. Yeah.
it's for me. It's the things that I do for me, not I do,
Mhm.
to create a business or whatever.
Yeah.
So just think about that, you guys. Life path number 5. Remember what you're doing is you're adding 8, which is 2024 added together. So 5 plus 8 equals 13. And your number for the year is 4. I love this particular one a lot because this is the year for you guys who've been wanting to start a business or have been kind of basically, struggling on this whole idea. This is your year for investing a solid structure. It's necessary for you to build a lasting legacy. If you do this, you put in the hard work and you act responsible, you create logical systems, and this is going to support a substantial growth for you. And you need to avoid rigidity and remember that it's meant to enhance, not inhibit. So loosen up, step outside the box, and let this year give you liberation and inspiration. And find that bravery for taking those bold risks. Okay, remember, here's a couple of keywords I want you to remember: bold risk and building a lasting legacy through hard work. Okay, Marco, what you got for us now? I know you said something about a collective energy reading that you did that.
I did this. In fact, I did it this morning, and 4 was interestingly the theme. It was 4s are foundational, and 4s. I mean, like, think of the room that you're in. You have 4 walls that are surrounding you and protecting you, and on your floor, again, there's 4 sides to it. So it's a foundation to leap off of. And right away, she's speaking of bold moves. You have the King of Wands here, and the King of Wands, there ain't nobody bolder than him. It's like that Aries energy. He's ready to go. But then I have the 7 of Cups and the 8 of Swords here. 7 of Cups is, yeah, let's go. But what are we going for? Again, it's wonderful to be inspired. It's wonderful to do these things. And again, if we're going to venturing out and creating something, we have to have a clear idea about it, because the 7 of Cups is saying, hey, just don't pursue every little, there's many cups in front of you, and you can't make a decision what it is. Bring these ideas and inspirations into something that you could build a foundation upon. So it's like taking more of a practice. Get your mind out of the sky and onto the ground. And then I have the 8 of Swords here, which is double 4. 4 plus 4. It's one thing to be really like in our heads a lot, but don't, like you said, like she said, don't restrict yourself, because with the 8 of Swords, you're overthinking, you can't relax. No, once because you have that fiery energy going to push you, but again, it has to be, give yourself some slack, relax, And then, let this inspiration come to you. You know what I mean? But again, make it a very practical thing. And then right here we have the Nine of Cups. It's the wish card. Yeah, once you've settled down and relaxed and, settle the mind, I recommend meditating and let these answers come to you, because that wish is going to be fulfilled. The Nine of Cups is the wish card. What do you wish? Number 4. What do
And
you
you
wish? What do you want to expand
this
upon?
this is your year to make it happen. And you know what?
Absolutely.
You are life path number 5, right?
Yeah.
You are.
And,
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
So this is
exactly.
a reading for you as well,
It
You
is interesting because the one I did earlier was basically, it was also talking to me. I was like, I should pay attention to that. Absolutely. It's a
yeah,
good thing. We need to get out of our heads 5s, because we're now 4s. So
for the
let's give
year.
them foundation.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, yes. So this is exciting. I love it. Okay, so we're moving to life path number 6. All right, so your life path number 6, remember we're adding 2024, which is 8. So it's 8 plus 6 equals 14. And your number for this year is 5. So this is your year for free thinking, adventurous, and progressiveness. This progressiveness leads to freedom. Okay. So engaging in the 5 senses through spontaneous acts of bravery. And you may feel a little playful, a little impulsive, and have that, yes spirit. And you may even want to take action towards things that make you feel a little restless. So avoid that. Okay. So you want to avoid restlessness and impatience. Okay. So just because you're feeling all,
Driving me.
going, don't get impatient. So 5s, it's about seeking and discovering and keeping a hold of your responsibilities. So including professional and interpersonal commitments. So remember that when it's narrow, its gaze, you will discover, sorry, I'm like that. Okay. The most rewarding exploration exists in the backyard. Okay. So I really want you to think about that. So sometimes you can explore things that are right in front of you, and you might be feeling like all, adventurous and all this other stuff, but adventure within what's in front of you first. Start there. So the biggest thing I have to say for you is this is a pretty cool feeling of, engaging all these different senses, all the 5 senses, okay, and really feeling this spontaneous and, impulsiveness, but don't let the impulsiveness make you impatient. Remember, okay, and just lower professionally and in personal commitments that you already have, okay? It's a great year for you. Okay, so what you got for us?
Okay. One of the things to explore is really, like you said, it's in your front door, it's in your backyard. Actually, it's in your inner space. You're being called to. You have the King of Cups here, which is Cancerian energy. It's very lunar. I think Cancer is ruled by the moon, and with the King, it's like, again, the King. He's generous. He's very emotionally intelligent, and you're invited to look within yourself, into your own heart, your own soul here. That's the undiscovered country in a way, because you have the 8 of Cups here, and then we have to find out. You know, we don't need to be crying over spilled milk, or we don't need to be staying in situations that we don't need to be in. If the adventure is that, let's first love ourselves and be kind to ourselves, heal these things that need to be healed. The King of Swords is right here too. And you know what? He sees the truth of things. He really sees the beauty of who you really are. And if you take, just kind of look outside, almost like when you look in the mirror, but just take yourself out of it and see this beautiful creature that's in front of you, this wonderful person that you are. It's like you should, when you look in the mirror, you should just fall in love with yourself, and not in a haughty way, but it's being kind to yourself, because you have the Princess of Wands and the Three of Cups. It is your year. It is your year to reignite that passion in yourself and for others. The Princess of Wands, she has a really good time. She's a real popular girl,
Oh,
and
wait.
but it's because, hey, she loves herself. She knows she's hot shit. She's got it going on, and that's what it's inviting you to do. It's like, once you kind of fall in love with yourself, and you just have kindness and love for yourself, and see the truth of your own beauty and what gifts you have. Yeah, that's the undiscovered country. That's what's in your backyard, is your own heart and soul. And then you have the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is reason to celebrate. It's a party card. If you're working on something, there's rewards. If you're working on self-love and self-respect and all those things, there's rewards that are coming. It's a reason to celebrate. It really is. And it's also 1, 2, 3. It's a completion of something. So you're going to reach a good point in your life. These things that were holding you back, they're going to end. And it's just a celebration after that. It's really good. But there's some work there.
That's awesome. Sounds like these people are going to have a really good year.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to the next one.
Okay.
Number 7 for 2024, your year of the number 6. So remember, you are adding 2024 plus 7, and that is a 15, and 1 plus 5 equals 6. All right, so let's talk about what this means for you.
This reminds me of the GD so much. The way the numbers are playing out. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you find your nurturing, supportive, empathic nature kicks into gear. A true healer is going to evolve. So we have another empath healer coming up here. Mm-hmm. And you're going to find the ability to problem solve in both emotional and the physical realms, helping others through its straightforward yet gentle approach. Your sense of responsibility, caring for those people that your friends family becomes extremely important for you. And it may be easy for you to communicate this year with children and animals, and you're just going to feel this new sense of tenderness and caretaker spirit is going to kind of come over you. Mm-hmm. Avoid domineering or controlling behaviors, because sometimes you're going to feel like you're carrying the world on your shoulder, but trust and understand others. Simply put, just everyone must follow their own unique path. And I think it's important, okay, right here, because, sometimes as healers, pass, psychics, clairvoyants, or just people that are just really like understand, the woke, you know what I mean? Sometimes they have a tendency of trying to push people down a path that they're not ready for. So I think it's really important to kind of like focus on that for a second and think about that. Everybody has their own path, and their path may not necessarily be yours. So you may be entering into this path of like healing, but that doesn't mean everybody has to buy into it. Okay. It just this is for you. Okay. And because of this is a gift that you're going to be able to help a lot of people, so this is the year for you to think about what kind of healer you want to become. And that could be like a nurse or a doctor or acupuncturist or an actual healer, a hands-on healer. It could be any kind. It could be a life coach. It could be a psychologist. It could be many different type of things. It could be healing for animals, I don't know, but this is something for you to explore and kind of figure out, like, what do you want to do with this? So what do you got for us?
Okay, let's see what kind of okay. I think it's wonderful that you're saying, and one of the journeys that you're going to be going on is also seeking out others. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. That's 2 threes that I got going on, and the Prince of Swords. And the Prince of Swords, one of the things I'm going to say is like, don't rush to get your message out. Like she's saying, you have to let this work for yourself before you can bring it out to others. There is going to be collaborations for you guys coming up. And then you have the Three of Wands too. And the Three of Wands, think about it. It's like a door stop, right? There's the 2 poles right here and then the one over here. So it's like you're getting ready to head out, with the things that you're building and the things that you're collaborating with others with. And the Prince of Swords, and that's Aquarian energy. So again, it's going to be thinking outside of the box. It's going to be something different. It might be something that is brand new, but it also is something that as you're communicating with people, watch what you're saying, because the Prince of Swords or the Knight of Swords, sometimes he comes off very harsh because that sword is moving, and he's the quickest really of the knights or the princes. So just, when you're communicating with others and trying to, get your points across, use a little more eloquence and not so much directness or bluntness, because, you might ruffle some feathers. But at the very bottom, I have the Ace of Cups. It's inspiration. Now that is true healing. That's an opportunity that's been given to you. Cups, emotions, healing, spirit. So there's a lot of beautiful things that you could do with this gift that this year coming along. But it's brand new, and it's something that we haven't seen before, but it's something that you'll be able to impart to others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And you know what, for you guys, I don't remember which number it was that was coming into this empathic ability, but also this number here, if you've listened through this, if you need help, there are those here that can help you with these gifts. Yes. So, all of us on this channel, we rise together, and we're all healers and we're all teachers. So if you need some help and you feel connected to one of us, just reach out, post a note in here somewhere on whoever you feel comfortable with, and I'll make sure you get connected with them. Okay. It is definitely something that you should probably get somebody to kind of help you and guide you through this process. Absolutely. Especially if it's new for you. All right. So let's go to the next one. Okay. Life path number 8. So I'm a life path number 8. And so you're going to take 8 and 8, and you're going to add it together because 2024 is 8. So 8, 16, and 1 plus 6 is 7. So this is the year of exercising your detective investigative abilities and analytical skills. Mm-hmm. Astrologically, you will find this year you will become extremely detail-oriented, but driven by inner wisdom as opposed to tangible realities. You will have a keen eye and assert observations, fuel a quick-witted, inventive spirit, because it can quickly find its flaws in almost any system. A perfectionist doesn't find fault in yourself and wait a minute, how did I say that wrong? As a perfectionist, try not to find fault in yourself and keep an open mind. Not everybody will be foolproof, but that's what makes life fun. So, I was reading this because this is what I am. And I was thinking about some stuff that I actually told my husband, because my husband is actually a private investigator.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so sometimes he gets a case that he doesn't have any information, like he doesn't have any pictures, he doesn't have anything. And so I've been helping him out. So I'll start doing all this research on these people, and I end up finding pictures, and I find all this stuff. He's like, Michelle, you should have been an investigator. And so I was telling him, I was like, maybe I should do this part-time, and then I read this. And I was thinking, oh my God, this investigated.
You can't even write this stuff. I'm looking at the cards right now, and what you're saying is just like, oh, yeah, I can see. Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Oh, that's so funny. So
Yeah.
what is
Okay, well, smack dab right in the middle of the reading is the moon card, which is discovering. It says, that which is hidden from you will be discovered. Revealed to you. Remember, the moon card reveals deep secrets. It can hide them, but the moon also reveals what's hidden in the dark. It shines light in the darkness, if you think about it. And right next to it is the Eight of Pentacles, and that's the one that's watching things. It's practical, investigating. You're looking at things and you're watching them grow, right? And then on the other side of the moon is the Seven of Pentacles. And that's like for your guys' path to look around you and see what's not working, because you're going to have to do some culling, You're going to have to really look at things, and because seven is also a number of doing things unconventionally. It's like, if there, people do certain things that are linear. A, B, C equals D. The seven is like, no. I want to go around all that. There's, I'm not confined by anything. So it's also taking a different approach. But in this particular thing, I'm just saying, hey, as you progress, as things are becoming clearer to you, as things are being, because you're really evaluating things. If it ain't working, baby, cut it off. If it's a relationship that ain't working, cut it off. If you're not happy where you're at, cut that off. It's all about progression, because at the very bottom, you got the Chariot, and honey, and it's a major arcana. And let's just put it this way, you guys, don't drag your feet, because you're going to get dragged, because God is saying, no, we're going ahead. We're moving ahead. I'm revealing these things to you, and now we're just going to go on ahead. Oh, you're not ready? Well, too bad. We're going anyway. Buckle your seatbelt, baby. It's a bumpy ride.
Wow. I was just thinking about all the things we're doing with this channel.
Uh-huh.
And how, so many people are getting involved, and it's there's so many different topics that we're talking about, and how cool it is. And this thing, I've kind of been managing the channel,
Yeah.
And so it's like I see myself like getting busier and busier and doing more and more and more and more, to get this thing growing. And we have so much more that we have to offer. We're just trying to build it to get the interest, because there's so much more. I mean, Brother Mercurio and I are fixing to start doing a whole series on the Kabbalah, and that's going to be really exciting. So, I mean, a lot of people don't even know what that is. And so this is going to be fun. I mean, it's going to be fun. This is where you got this inner knowledge that you didn't know about. So it's really cool. I mean,
absolutely.
And I know. It's like God's pushing you. It's like, woo, moving you in that direction.
Yeah. Also too, but it's like, okay. But also with that, with that Seven of Pentacles is like, yeah, okay, well, let's see what's working. Okay. Oh, that's not really working, or that's not getting traction. Okay, boom. We'll move on to something else, or we'll consolidate. It's like the more it grows, then you see what's growing. What crops are you're reaping more of. Again, there's with growth you have to cull a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And I and with this whole investigative thing that I'm going to be, that feel for the year. I think what's interesting about that is also, aside from this helping my husband with, his investigative stuff,
these things, you're really good at it.
He's like, dude, you found out stuff that even the company couldn't do. And, but anyways, I'm really good at researching things and figuring things out. And I've been, trying to learn more, lately, and trying to understand how to organically promote, this channel and, do all this stuff. It's been It's been interesting because I can feel that energy creeping up on me, you know.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to go to our last one, which is 9. For 2024, this is your year of the number 8. Remember, you're going to take the 9, you're going to add the 8, you add those together, and you get a 17. You take 1 plus 7, you get 8. So this year is a year of abundance. Oh my God. This is your financial success year. Ambitious and goal-oriented, effortlessly assuming leadership positions, and you're going to have this natural magnetism about you. You will see the big picture, and you're going to think in a broader scope, and you're going to be racing towards that ladder of extraordinary heights. This is for you great power and great responsibility, and it can breed workaholics. So remember, balance, 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 people. And, you know, try doing balance by giving back to the community. Use your success to help others. And that's going to help you realize that there's nothing more valuable than contributing to the greater good. Okay. I'm going to say that again. Whatever success you have, give it back. Okay.
Absolutely.
Because, and I'm not saying everything, I'm just saying give back. Okay. Do something that's going to help the greater good, whatever that is. So maybe you start a nonprofit, or maybe you donate to one, or, you know, or maybe you're just doing something that's helping other people. I don't know what that may be, but this is really going to be helping your karma as well. So anyways, what you got for those number 8s? This is our year, man.
Because, you know, I'm getting a sense that with 8s, the last year might have been a very challenging year for you, because I have the 10 of swords smack dab in the middle. And traditionally, that's a card of like, okay, you know, there's no place but going up, because you can't get in lower. And it's not necessarily a bad card, but whatever these hard things that you were going through, they're done now. Because on your left, you have the Empress, which she is abundance itself. It's Venus energy. She magnetizes whatever she wants. So the hard part's over. Now we just have to build ourselves up again. You know, you want to be generous. Just you want blessings, give them away. That's the thing. Empress, she doesn't have to try really hard. She just magnetizes herself, because right next to that is the World card. So again, you're being reborn into something brand new. You're being reborn into abundance. You're being reborn into generosity. You're being reborn into it's like the sun is rising now, because you just went through the dark part of your soul. You went through a hard time, and now it's time to really just be reborn again. Again, the World card. I always think of the World card. The Isis in the center is giving birth. Also, something's ending, and now she's giving birth again to something new. And then you have the Two of Cups here, and you know, some of you, you know, are gonna really come to understand what that word love is. It could be love of your mates, love of your marriage. Things are really going to improve in that regard, in a lot of it. But also love of others, love of God. You know, like there's agape, which is love in the general sense. And then there's the more intimate loves, but it's a very good thing, because you've been through a lot, and now that pendulum is swinging, and it's not just for you. It's, if you want to be loved, love. If you know, be those things that you want to become or to have. But the Empress and the World together, baby, you're manifesting now. All those good things that you've been waiting for, they're coming. They're coming. And then you got the Two of Cups here, and that is, you know, that's love. You know, some of you might really run into the love of your lives now, or really fall in love with your partner again. There's a lot of romantic connotation with it, but it's very positive, because the worst part's over. Now it just gets better and better and better from this point going forward. That's what I got for you. That makes it. You're like, what? You're muted.
That's amazing. I just absolutely love it. This is great. I feel so happy for these people that,
Yeah,
are number 8s. It's like, oh, this is your year. You
absolutely.
you are definitely going to be like super magical, So
Absolutely.
yeah. So let's talk about manifesting for a second, okay? Don't
Mhm.
just create a vision board, okay? For number 8s, don't just create a vision board. I want you to, this is what I want you to do, 8s, because this is going to work for you. I promise. This will work for everybody, but for you 8s that literally can manifest like snapping your finger, okay? This is what I want you to do. I want you to wake up. I want you to think about the things that you want and whatever that is, okay? If it's getting a new job, what I want you to do is I want you to pray by saying, thank you, Lord, for giving me this job that pays X amount of dollars. And then before you go to bed, do the same thing. Thank you, Lord, for giving me this job that da 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 da. Whatever it is that you want a new car, say, thank you, Lord, for this new car. Thank you, Lord, for giving me this new car. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. Thank you for this. Whatever it is that you are trying to manifest, that's the way I want you to do it. Just get up in the morning, say that you're grateful as if you've already gotten it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Bed, say it again. Say you're grateful as if you've already gotten it. Every single day, this thing will show up. I promise.
Yep.
And it'll
100%.
fast because you're going to be a super powerful manifestor this year. So
It's your year for that. It is your year for that.
all right, so we've gone through all the numbers. If you guys have any questions, please put it in the comments and make sure that you like and subscribe. Make sure click on the subscribe button, you guys, and we will see you soon. We want to see comments, so please put in the comments what life path number you are for the year.
Yeah.
Not which one you are, but for the year. And let us know like how this is manifesting for you. Like, was it accurate? Have you already started to see these things happening for yourself?
Yeah, because we're 3 months in right now. Yeah. So
yeah, we are. All right, you guys have a wonderful day.
all right. Hope you had fun, guys. I had fun.
Subscribe now.